name is Gregory Peart, and I'm with National Commercial Bank, Payments and Digital Channels in our acquiring unit as Product and Portfolio Manager. It has been a very interesting journey. I didn't know that I'd be in either tech or banking because growing up I wanted to be MacGyver, with the red Swiss Army knife. I used to watch JBC every Saturday at 8 p.m. And I thought that I could be MacGyver because he could do everything. He could solve every problem, he could even defuse a bomb. And I never knew I'd end up there. Let me just say that. But my first introduction to tech was when I was at Calabar High, and my principal at the time, Lloyd Bryan, he had said, it's getting rid of all the typewriters. So those of us in third form who show we could do well in computing based on our math and physics grade, he was going to have us going with the first cohort for computer science at Calabar, at the time, information technology, right? So I was in the first batch. Mr. Martin was our teacher, did IT in fourth and fifth form in CXC, and then did IT in A levels at Calabar. Then I matriculated to UWI when I was 16, and I started in computer science, but I quickly traded all of that C++ to start learning about monetary policy and risk assessment and economics. So I eventually left UWI with a Bachelor of Science in Banking and Finance. And then fast forward to quite a few years later, I have a postgrad diploma from municipal business, MBA in honors from Florida International University, and almost 20 years in banking. And it has been 20 great years. And I've seen where it has changed a lot in those 20 years. But one of the core things that remains the same is that it's about helping customers in a very sustained and innovative way. Essentially, that's what banking is about. And I think that's what tech is about as well. How can you simplify life, right? And at NCB, we're a very innovative and learning organization, and we pride ourselves in a digital first execution tailored to the customer needs. So it has been exciting, and the journey continues. When you look at fintechs, they have a number of challenges. Part of it is credibility. When they're just starting out, people don't know their brand. People don't know if they really should be partnering with them. They don't know what kind of exposure they'll have for the data. So what I'll say is that once a customer does business with us, so you have fintech, once you do business with us, you can be assured that we are maintaining our PCI DSS compliance level, and PCI DSS is Payment Card Industry Data Security Standards. And we not only just maintain our level, but we also go through bring the merchant through a process of ensuring that they too are PCI compliant, because PCI governs at every point that you could have a possible breach. So we train merchants in PCI, and for those who are doing e-commerce, we also do penetration tests on their website, almost as if we were hacking into their website, and we do it through a partner, and we ensure that they maintain the highest level of security. So as a fintech, you know that you need to have a bank that is supporting you. You also know that you need to have a partner that is ensuring that there is no possibility for breaches in data security. So we help fintechs by having that level of credibility. One of the things that they're concerned about as well is dispute management. Like if it is that there's a debit to their account because a cardholder has actually raised a dispute, how is that handled? So we provide them with the requisite resources in terms of training and guidance. Plus, we also ensure that we have the tools that are embedded with artificial intelligence and machine learning, as well as the operational framework to help them minimize the risk of loss. So we work with them to help build their credibility. Another concern that they often have is their capital, where they're going to get funds from. So fintechs generally need capital to grow. NCB Financial Group, we have a number of companies within the group that are able to provide, whether it's debt or equity financing. And they also have a challenge with speed of pay. So those fintechs that collect on behalf of someone else, so that they provide a marketplace. they need to be able to pay their sub merchants very quickly. makes payments 7 days per week, including Saturdays and Sundays, to all our merchants, right? So every transaction that they do today, they'll get paid tomorrow, subject to the daily cutoff times. So we give them a lot of support, and we continue to listen to them to find what are the other challenges that they have. So I've spoken about speed of pay, talk about credibility, and also about capital. The other challenges that they do have from time to time is cost, because they just start, revenue is not really increasing at the rate that they would like for it to increase. So at NCB, we see ourselves as a partner for transaction processing. So we partner with fintechs to bring in transactions at a very cost-efficient manner where it can foster growth and expansion, because they're looking for the ability to grow. And we provide a whole host of value-added solutions to help them to grow their customer base. And the other area is that sometimes they're struggling with the structure. So fintechs, they have a great set of ideas. So the product backlog is significant because they're full of ideas, right? But they don't know what to do, when or how to do it, or how to prioritize, or even how to structure the business. So we assist them in getting started and getting structured, and we do it through a number of partnerships. For example, we've partnered with OTO Bootcamp, we've partnered with RevUp Caribbean, Internet Income, the JA. So there's a lot of capacity building sessions and workshops. That some of them are 1 day, some of them are over a series of weeks, some of them are over a series of months, that can assist fintechs in to develop a strong business model that's sustainable. I'm very, very, very excited because to me, tech by itself is not enough, because then you probably just have techno stress, right? But what I'm excited about is the simplicity that technology can bring, especially when the user experience is embedded throughout all stages. Our improvement in the payment space is continuous. And although as a company, our scope and capabilities are significant, what we try to do is ensure that we have the spirit and art of a small company. So I've been engaging our customers through focus groups, surveys, and one-on-one sessions, as well as benchmarking global industry strengths. So we have a strong pipeline of very exciting enhancements and new solutions. And these solutions are really geared at providing faster, integrated, intuitive, and frictionless experience catered to all our customers across all segments. Just remember that I told you that. Our first sign of defense is where safety and security start, is with the user. So we've been having a very intense and ongoing education campaign, and you may have seen like our NCB Get Digital initiative. So if you go on jncb.com/get digital, you see the easy, safe, free campaign running, and we have easy to understand tips that both card holders and merchants can use to improve their security. And we've been doing that as a part of a wider education communication. So you mentioned our merchant security summit that was last week, but we have a number of channels. So like for card holders, we keep on emailing them, or they get the inserts, or we also have social media communication. We have communication through our customer care, through in branch. So we've been using all our channels to communicate with customers so that they can be the stronger front line of defense. And we're communicating with them in a very simple way and in a way that they can understand. So they'll be able to combat social engineering attacks, including like pretexting and phishing. But in general, what we want to do is improve our merchants and cardholder experience to make payments invisible. So we want to make payments invisible, right? And that's a very bold aspiration. At the same time, we have to balance it with risk, because as we continue to invest significantly in maintaining the robustness of the infrastructure of our security systems, as well as our platforms, we've been working with local and international experts to provide best-in-class, fast, secure platform for all our merchants and cardholders. You see, on average, globally, there are just about 900 million cyber attacks daily. And with businesses moving more to an online presence, We've seen more suspected attempts of digital fraud have increased by about 24% when you compare the first 4 months of 2021 to the last 4 months of 2020. And this has underscored our need for continued investment in security to protect our customers online. So I mentioned earlier about PCI DSS. So we're at version 3.2.1 and we're a compliant organization. We have a very structured program for onboarding as well as monitoring of merchants through a partnership with Sysnet Global Solutions. So PCI DSS really covers like the technical and operational practices for system components included in or connected to any environment with cardholder data. So it extends to the merchant, extends to the cardholder. So if you notice when persons call into our customer care, we say we don't want your card number. That's a no-no. We don't. That's a part of our PCI program. When you get your statements, you don't say a card number on the statement. So there are a number of things that we do to ensure that we protect what we call your PAN, the 16-digit number of your credit card or your Visa debit that you have with us. So what we do is that we also put in additional layers and tools such as card registration and tokenization. And these are aimed at reducing risk that of disputes as well as increasing, as well as reducing any risk of fraud that may happen, right? And we extend our partnership to also First Atlantic Commerce, the first line of defense people. So what we've been doing is constant education with all our customers. So our merchants and card holders, we've been having ongoing communication with them through initiatives such as NCB's Get Digital campaign, which covered elements such as online and email safety, card protection, and virus protection. We also have continuous dialogue through seminars such as the recently concluded Merchant Security Summit and communication through all our channels. So when you call through customer care, we reinforce some best practices. So if you're trying to give your card number, we say no, don't share your card number like that. And we also put some tips on our social media channels. So every time you engage us, we'll be reinforcing the message about card security. So the aim that we have is to simplify the messaging around security and access. I want to provide customers with education to combat social engineering attacks, including pretexting and phishing. In general, our aspiration is to make payments invisible. So we want to make payments invisible for both merchants and card holders. So what this means is frictionless, right? At the same time, the opportunity has to be balanced with the risk. So we continuously invest significantly in the robustness of our systems, and we work with local and international experts to provide a best-in-class, fast, and secure platform for our merchants and card holders. On average, globally, there's just under 900 million cyber attacks each day. And with more businesses having an online presence, suspected attempts of digital fraud have increased by some 24% when you compare the first 4 months of 2021 to the last 4 months of 2020. So this has underscored the need for continued investment in security to protect customers online. So NCB is a Payment Card Industry Data Security Standards, PCI DSS, version 3.2.1 compliant organization. And we have an extremely structured program for onboarding and ongoing monitoring of merchants. So, and we do that through our partnership with Sysnet Global Solutions. So what you may be wondering, what does PCI DSS cover? So really, what it does, that includes the technical and operational practices for system components included in or connected to environments with cardholder data. So wherever the card holder or wherever who may be interacting, the PCI DSS covers that. So it covers it including the merchant, it covers it including NCB systems, it covers it including the card holder, right? And we've also invested in 3D Secure and also upgraded to 3DS 2.0 in the coming months. And that will reduce the friction through risk-based and dynamic authentication solutions. Additionally, we have implemented additional security tools such as card registration and tokenization, and these are aimed at reducing the risk of disputes and increasing protection for cardholders and merchants. So what you find is that when a merchant have these solutions, the likelihood of getting a chargeback is less, and even the likelihood of a chargeback being successful is less. So what we do is that we partner with First Atlantic Commerce for e-commerce solution, and we also partner with Count. And this allows merchants using our e-commerce solutions to capitalize on machine learning, as this solution reduces the likelihood of digital fraud and protects the customer entire journey with a transaction decision delivered within milliseconds, right? And we've also launched features such as credit card alerts with instant fraud reply function. So as a cardholder, when you do a transaction, you get a SMS, you get a text message. And if this transaction doesn't look correct to you, you can just reply with the code that comes in that text message to say, error, this is not my transaction, to block that card. And you also are further empowered with a portal, managemycard.jncb.com, that you can go on and block and unblock your card as you feel like. Anytime you want to block it or unblock it. And the email and text message alerts also help you to have greater peace of mind because you know what's happening with your card. And if you have a dispute, you can raise it quickly as well on our managemycard.jncb.com portal. You see, we're also seeking to protect our customers with the transaction in store, not just online, right? We have security features such as the EMV chip and pin card, and these carry an embedded tamper-proof microchip, as well as holograms and contactless feature. And we've also upgraded our terminal a few years ago to EMV and contactless acceptance. In fact, for contactless, we did that launch at Sumfest in 2019. And for EMV, we did EMV, started that journey roughly 6 years ago. So for contactless, every contactless transaction is protected by a unique cryptogram. And with mobile devices, only a token number is shared. So it's not their card number, but a token number, a number representing the card number is shared with the merchant, right? So, and it's even safer, and it uses near field communication technology. And the card has to be very close to the terminal. So it will be like within 4 centimeters to process a transaction. And we also have other features such as verified refund. So a merchant isn't at risk for a refund to be done against a transaction that wasn't done previously, or you will for a greater value than the transaction, because the refund has to be verified before it is sent in the outgoing files. So we've been doing a lot, and at NCB, we're trying to find better ways to make the experience, to balance experience and security. So with respect to even contactless, we're seeing where contactless has grown. For NCB, the number and the value of transaction has grown over 12 times what it was the prior year. And according to a MasterCard survey recently, 52% of customers prefer contactless transaction. And what we do from NCB is that it's contactless and PIN for any transaction. Currently, the limit is 50 US or 5,000 Jamaican. So it's contactless plus PIN if you're doing a transaction above that limit, or transactions below that limit, there is no need for you to enter the PIN. So we're very committed to providing seamless experiences while balancing the need to have a very secure and fast environment for merchants and cardholders. I'm most proud of as a team, including all the support units that support the business. We continuously challenge ourselves to deliver value to our customers. We're always pushing and achieving significant milestones, sometimes in reasonably unrealistic timelines. We're always questioning the status quo and asking why not. So I'm proud of that kind of culture. And that culture has led to several product and process enhancements. For example, we've done some operational changes to our onboarding process. We've made merchants get access to payments a lot faster. So just a few months ago, they're getting paid now 7 days per week. Before they'd have gotten paid either 5 or 6 days per week, depending on how they do transactions. And I'm proud of the implementation of auto settlement, which reduced some friction in merchants getting paid for transactions. One of the things that really resonates with me as well is the work we've done with the SME merchants in the capacity building sessions to help them transition their business to a digital or semi-digital hybrid space. This is particularly meaningful for me because since the pandemic, according to the Small Business Association of Jamaica, 35% of its membership has closed their doors. That's really difficult to swallow when you think about all the families behind that business, and parents need to send their children to school and the whole ecosystem that business are part of, right? So when you see that happening in our economy, as at NCB, as the number one local bank, right, and the number one bank by any measurement, uh, I think it's our duty to say we can help them. And we've been doing that through a lot of capacity building sessions to teach them how to get digital, to teach them how to transition. And we've had a number of, I'll say, hand-holding workshops. So, you can see the varying stages that SME may be coming from, and because not everybody's at the same stage. And we've been doing work directly as a business as well as through NCB Foundation. And there's been a partnership with companies like I would have mentioned Internet Income JA earlier, OTO Bootcamp. We've had partnerships with a number of entities, right? RevUp Caribbean, right? And these partnerships have been helping businesses to pivot at a crucial time when they needed this support to respond. We're also very passionate about the role that small businesses play in our local economy. And we've partnered with Shop Local JA to help promote small businesses because we believe that it's important that in our space, all Jamaicans buy local, right? So we've been a part of that initiative as well. Additionally, we continue to work with subject matter experts to enhance the skill set of business owners who have not yet transitioned. A few weeks ago, well, a few months ago, well, time moving so fast, a few months ago, I'd gotten a call to say that we were actually recognized for the work we've done with e-commerce in a box. And this was a cross-functional team, and we had helped to develop e-commerce in a box. And we're being recognized by Global Finance magazine for the 2021 award for innovation in payments. And to me, that was quite refreshing and rewarding because it shows the beauty of creation through collaboration and diversity of thought. But there's quite a few of us who work to put it together and to deliver value to customers. And we see where a number of customers have actually done very well. I remember when I got a WhatsApp from one of my direct reports, one of our customers sent her a message to say that she has done her first sale online. And this, it means so much to her because that's been so depressing for the past few months. And she really felt like this was it. Like she really felt like it was over. And just this first sale online, she never knew that was possible. So that was like, I was like, it was almost like validation for why I'm here. Because at the end of the day, is how you can help each other as we journey through life. And I am excited about that kind of solution that we brought to the market, a solution which gives them either access to capital to a pre-approved business card, and it also provides integration for logistic management, inventory management, and even basic reporting for analytics as well. And they don't need a developer to accept payments online. So this is a solution that they can accept payments online with or without a developer. So seeing how we came together and solve a number of pain points for our customers, I'm proud of moments like this. Those moments when I have to dig deep to say, Gregory, be resilient, I just start reciting the optimist creed. It's like, promise yourself to be so strong that nothing can disturb your peace of mind, to talk health, happiness, and prosperity to every person you meet, to make sure that all your friends feel that there's something in them. I start telling myself that, right? But as it relates to work, if I could sum up the impact career-wise, I'd want to continue to develop my direct reports to achieve what they thought was impossible, for them to realize their true potential and to always provide sustainable value to our customers through innovation and understanding the varied needs of all our customers across the market segments. So I just want to always be providing value to the changing needs of our customers.